I'm Gemma Gauss. I'm running for Vice President of Education.
Hi, I'm Michael Isaacs and I'm running for VP Education.
My name's Eleanor Bunbury and I'm running for VP Education.
I'm previously been the school president of social work, care and community, and I've really enjoyed the role. And I just feel like it's a natural progression to move on to, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. And I've worked closely with the current VP Education, and I just feel like my skills would be really suited to the role, and I want to see a lot of positive change continuing within the Students' Union.
There are a lot of things which could be done around it to make sure that education for students benefits them. We live in a constantly changing world where everyone's degree and everyone's subject has to adapt to survive in the world, and the VP Education's role should also adapt as well, just to manage that. I believe the role can be expanded so much more and cover more than just a course and all the extracurricular academic stuff people do as well.
I feel like after being the School Sport and Wellbeing President, I've learned a lot about sort of the procedures and the sort of people you need to speak to get stuff done. And I've learned a lot of issues that have come that students have sort of brought to me. And there's only so much I can do as the school president because of the opportunities I have. And I want to sort of take the issues that are reoccurring to go and represent them on a higher level for the students.
There's many things I want to achieve, but some of the key ones is looking at the BME attainment gap and better representation for black, minority and ethnic groups and those that are isolated within the community. And also looking at things like barriers for support, so things like the Access to Learning Fund and any bursaries, and also the application process for ECs, and making sure that it's a lot easier to access some service when you're already in a crisis in the first place.
So one of the main things I want to achieve is the university has sort of one system fits all approach to everyone's degree. So a rule will come down, it will cover everything. I don't think that works. I think the people who know the courses best are lecturers and students, and it should be in that sort of partnership between lecturer and student which decides what happens in a course, how a course is run and how it's assessed. So I think it's greater autonomy and it allows more of a student voice to be heard within the course, and it just makes you feel like you're actually a part of your education instead of just someone here paying for your degree.
So one thing I'm really keen on is feedback, because quite often you do a feedback form at the end of the year and that's you done, and that'll only really affect next year's students. What I'm wanting is more feedback and more often in different forms, so sort of a Rate My Lecturer UCLan edition, so that you're able to give feedback that can then be implemented to ensure that you're getting the correct level of teaching and sort of style of teaching that you're paying for. So if like lecturers turning up late or sort of setting unreasonable deadlines, it'd give you the chance to be able to show that. And the other thing is appeals and ECs. I want to make them easier and sort of friendly, because if you're going for an appeal or EC, it's not going to be for a pleasant reason. So I want to make it sort of more accessible and more welcoming so more students can access it.
I'm very passionate about it, I love it. It's something that I get involved in anyway, education and supporting students. I'd do it even if it wasn't my role. And I'm very organised. I like to make sure that my time's organised very well, and I'm just very friendly, and I'll speak to any student, my door's always open.
I believe that it's in my passion for making education relevant to all students. It's my drive to make sure no one feels that they've wasted their time coming to university, and everyone feels like the degree they've got is the degree they need. I consider myself a rather well-spoken person, and I quite enjoy championing the struggles of students, and I do enjoy representing people. And I also think that even if I may not have brought something up within this campaign, if anyone at any point feels like there's something more I could do, I'm approachable enough that they can come to me and we can discuss it and maybe push it forward.
I've got a lot of experience sort of working with local council. So learning how to represent myself and speak at meetings to get points forward. I also have worked as a policy advisor to government, so I've sort of worked on a higher level with different sort of members of education ministers to be able to make the contacts that are needed to bring about change. I feel that I'm the kind of person, I'm from Yorkshire, I'm not going to shy away from an argument if it needs to happen to get what the students need. So I'm sort of a confident candidate who can go forward and represent the students how they need it to the extent that they deserve.
Make sure you vote Gemma number 1 for Vice President Education.
Vote Michael Isaacs for VP Education.
Vote Eleanor number 1 for VP Education.